In this video, I'll be showing you how to create this animation of the subscribe button along with the notification bell using not Adobe After Effects, not Premiere Pro, not going to use any sophisticated animation software, but we'll be using simply Microsoft PowerPoint. So if you like that idea, let's get going. Hello and welcome to the Binary IQ. If you're new to this channel, do consider subscribing, and I'm going to show you my subscribe button which will be creating. I hope you like it and do subscribe, as well as do hit that notification bell as well. Also, by the end of this video, if you learn something from it, do hit that like button. Also stay till the end because I'll be showing you a way so that you can download this file if you don't want to create it on your own. So let's get going. Here I'm inside my PowerPoint, so I'll just show you this animation working. So this is the entire animation we'll be going to create. So first of all, let's create a new slide. To create a new slide, I'll simply go to my home, go to where it says new slide, click on the drop down, select a blank file. So I have a blank slide created. Now let's add a button. For a button, we'll be creating a shape. Let's go inside insert, go inside shapes, go inside rounded rectangle. So I'll be just creating a simple rounded rectangle. I think this much is big enough. Let's change the color. So as soon as you create any shape, you'll be taken inside the drawing tools inside the format tab. If you are not taken into that, simply double click on the shape, you'll be taken there. Again, if you're not taken there, just simply click on the tab and go to where it says format. So this format tab will appear. Inside shape fill, we'll be changing the color. So let's change this color to mimic the YouTube red color. Now, in order to type inside a shape, you can simply click on the shape and start typing. So I'll type in subscribe. Let's increase the size. So in order to increase the size, I'll select everything, go back to my home. Inside the font size, I'll increase it to around 48. I think that would look good. So we have our button. Now let's create one more button, which will be our subscribe button. In order to create that, you have to duplicate this button. And in order to duplicate, we can use the Control-C, Control-V command, or even a shortcut for that is just drag this anywhere. While dragging, just click the Control key and you'll create a copy of it. However, let go of the mouse key first, otherwise the copy won't be created. So we'll increase this size slightly and we'll type in an extra D. So let's change its color from red. So again, I'll select it, go to the format tab, go to the shape fill again and select this gray color. So we have our buttons created. Now let's bring in our mouse cursor and the bells. So although we can create it using the shapes, but that would take a lot of time. And if you want me to create the bell icon from scratch, do leave a comment and I'll probably make a video on that too. For now, I'll be just bringing in some images from my computer. So in order to bring in pictures, all you can do is click on insert, go to where it says pictures, and you can get your pictures from inside. A better way out is simply go to where your pics are located. So I'll be going inside my folder. So this is the mouse and these are the bell icons. Right now you can't see them, but all you can do is simply hold on to it, drag it and drop it on your page. So right now everything is too big. So we'll reduce the size. First of all, let's reduce the size of this cursor. So all you can do is simply grab onto the corner and reduce the size. I think this much looks good enough. Let's decrease the size of both the bell icons. So I'll select both of these, hold on to the corner again, and this will scale it in proportion. So I think this much would be good enough. Place it down. Now let's change the color of this notified bell. So I'll change this color to a slight gray. Now, since this is a picture, you cannot change the color directly. However, you can go inside the format tab again, go inside colors and change some of the settings. So I can get this gray. Better way out is to create, while creating this icon or getting this icon from wherever, change the colors from right there. So we have all our components on our slide. Now all we have to do is add the animations. So I'll make this slide shorter so that I have greater real estate to work with. Now let's go inside the animation tab. So this is the animation tab. I'll hit on it and let's add the animation pane first so that we know what we are going to do. First things first, let's place everything in their correct order. So let's place the subscribe and the subscribe button over each other. It doesn't matter right now where the buttons are placed, but for simplicity, I'll be placing this at the back. So we can see both the buttons. Similarly, I'll bring this on the top of the notified bell icon. So we have everything in place. Now the first animation was the cursor moving in onto the subscribe. So for that, let's select the cursor because this is the thing that will be moving. Go to the add animation, or first of all, we can simply add this from here, but we'll be using the add animation option. So I'll simply click on add animation. Now scroll down and you'll find motion paths. Inside motion paths, we'll be adding an arc. We can use the custom path and create the path ourselves, but that is a bit tricky because the motion is not that smooth. So we'll be selecting this arc motion path. So I'll simply click it. And right now an arc has been created, although this arc is not going to help us much. So we'll be changing it. So let's rotate it first and let's change the starting and end point. So the end point would be somewhere around here and the starting point will be somewhere down the line. So you'll have to play around with it a little bit. So the cursor is going to come in from the outside. It will reach the subscribe button. So let's play that to see if it works. So right now it's set to select on click. Whatever animation is selected, you can just simply find this box here where the animation start points are shown. Right now it's shown as start is on click. The other two options are start with the previous. So that would start with whatever previous animation is available. And the next is start after the previous animation ends. So for now, let it be on click. I just want to show you if the animation works or not. So I'll just click on the animation. And if I click the tab, you see the mouse cursor come in. And I think that works well. So the next thing which should happen is as soon as the cursor comes in, the subscribe button should go away and the subscribe button should appear. So there'll be two actions happening at that moment. One is the disappearing of this subscribe and the other is the appearing of the subscribe. So let's first make the subscribe disappear. So I'll just select on the subscribe. Inside the add animation again, instead of going inside the entrance, I'll go inside the exit because I want it to disappear. So we can actually use the disappear animation. However, we will be using the fade out animation. So let's select that and you see it fade away. However, the only issue is that this animation is set to start on click, which I don't want. I want it to start as soon as my cursor reaches this end. So I just want it to start right after the first animation. So what I can do is simply right click on it and click on start after previous, or again, I could have gone to this option and clicked on start after previous. Both are the same thing. So now you can see even in the animation bar, after this animation ends, the second one will start. So let's play that and see if it works. So the mouse cursor comes in and this disappears. Now, as soon as the subscribe button disappears, I want the subscribe button to appear. So again, I'll do the same thing. I'll select the subscribe button, go to add animation, and this time instead of the exit, I'll be going inside entrance and I'll be selecting the fade button. Again, I'll do the same thing, select this, go to the start, and this time I'll be starting it with the previous because as soon as the subscribe starts to fade, I want the subscribe to start to come in. So instead of choosing the after previous, I'll be choosing with previous. So these two activities start together. So inside the slideshow, you see it works well. We can of course decrease the times a little bit. So I'll select both of these and the duration, I'll decrease it from 0.5 to say 0.2. And let's play it once more to see if it works. Yes, it works well and you can play around with it. So the next part is that after my mouse reaches this button, it has to move on to this bell icon and the method is repeated. So Let's select this mouse cursor again, go inside add option, and again go inside motion path and arcs. So one more additional arc is created. I'll select this and I'll place it somewhere around here. Let's play with it a little bit. So you can play around with it, and once you find the right location or the right arc angle, if you must, let it go. Now this mouse key again, I want it to start after the subscribe buttons have changed. And in fact, I can give it a little bit of delay as well. First things first, I'll select on this and I want it to start after the previous animation has ended. So I'll just click on it, go to after previous. Now let's give it a little bit of delay so that let's first of all play it and see if it works. So the mouse comes in, this changes and this works fine. However, there is one slight issue that this mouse cursor is going behind the bell icon. So what I can do is simply right click on this mouse icon and bring it to the front. And now if I play the animation, you can see that it works well. I could have added a bit of delay, but right now without the delay also works fine. Next thing is similar to the subscribe button and the subscribe button. I want this bell icon to fade out after the mouse reaches here. So I'll do the add animation, go to exit and click on fade. So this fades out and I'll select the icon. In order to select the icon, if you can't see it, all you can do is simply select on the first one, send it to back, and now you'll be able to select the other image. So we'll be selecting this image, going to add animation and clicking on fade. So we have the two animations added. However, they are again set to on click by default. So we want it to start just after the mouse animation ends. We'll select the first picture first, go to where it says on click and change it to after the previous. This one, however, will start along with the previous one. So we'll start it with previous. Now, if you want, you can change the animation times, but let's play it and see if it works. And I think it works pretty nicely. Right here, your animation is done. You can do a few more things like changing the cursor when it comes here, moving the cursor out, moving the buttons out, and so on and so forth. So I'll leave the creativity onto you. However, what I'll do is just add sound clips so that I can hear the left mouse click as soon as I reach here and the bell sound as soon as I reach the bell. For that, I'll be placing in two files which I've downloaded. So I'll go to where it says insert, and just like before, we can either go to audio or we can simply go to our files. I have these two files. I can simply hold on to it and drag it onto my PowerPoint slide. So these are the two audio effects. So the names are shown here. So the first one is the mouse click. So the mouse click, I want it to happen as soon as the mouse reaches the subscribe button. So I'll place it just under the mouse animation end. However, this messes everything up, but don't worry. All we have to do is click on this mouse click, go to the animation again, and instead of starting it on click like before, I'll start it after the previous. So now everything aligns itself. I'll do the same thing with the bell sound. I want the bell sound to happen as soon as my mouse reaches the bell icon. So I'll hold on to it, bring it under the picture 6, which is the mouse end. And yet again, I'll go to where it says start and I'll start it after previous. So let's play it. And before we play, you can see a bit of issue. We can see the audio clips shown here. So we'll remove that first. Let's get out of it. Select these two. Go to where it says playback. So as soon as you select audio options, you'll get this playback option. And there is this option of hide during show. So I'll simply select this. Now if I go back to my slideshow and I click onto it, and that works beautifully. So we have our animation working. In order to use this animation on any video which you want, what you can do is simply record this. Now there are various options of doing it. The simplest one is going to the slideshow and recording it from here. However, I don't like that effect just because the recording is a little bit laggy. So what you can do is whatever screen recorder you are using, you can utilize that to record this effect. Now for me, I use OBS, which is a free screen recorder, as well as I use Camtasia, which is a paid recorder. So in this case, I'll be using Camtasia. So I'll be simply searching for Camtasia recorder. I'll open it. Now before recording, just a few settings in mind. I do not want my microphone to be recorded. So I just want my system audio to be recorded so that I can get the clicks and the ring. So I'll have this record system audio on and do not record my microphone. I'll have it set to full screen. I'll click on record. Now do not worry if some other things come into the picture, we'll be editing it out. So the screen recorder is running now. Let's play the PowerPoint. And let's click to start the animation. And we can get out of this. So we have this animation working beautifully. Now before I close my recorder, I'll do one more thing quickly. So inside design, I'll go to the format background and let's close this animation pane for now. Inside format background, I'll change the color to a bright green. So you can get this color from more colors and select that color. I already have it placed, so I'll quickly change this color. I'll show you in a minute why I'm doing it. And let's play the slideshow once more. I'll click to start the animation. And let's get out of it. So let's go back to my recorder and I'll stop the recorder. As soon as I close the screen recorder, it will launch the Camtasia software with the footage I have just recorded. So as you can see, the TechSmith Camtasia is starting. So here I have my footage, what I just recorded. Now I want just the subscription part. So I have created two of them. So I'll just clip them away. So let's go to where the animation had started. So this is almost where it starts. So I'll split it from here and I'll see where it ends. So it ends somewhere here. So I'll again select it and split it. So this is my footage number 1. I can right click it and add it to the gallery. I can call it my YouTube and I'll call it full screen. Let me add it to the default library. It doesn't really matter. So as you can see, it's right now available in the library. Now I'll see where my green screen one ends, or rather starts. So this is almost where it starts. I'll split it here and I'll see where it ends. So it ends somewhere around here. Again, I'll split it here. This too, again, I'll add to my library and I'll give it white YouTube subscription. And this time I'll call it green screen. So I have these two options available. So let's place everything together and let's try and bring in our subscriptions on the top. So let me just delete everything else. Don't worry about what I'm doing right now. I just want to show you how we can place these two things. So right now we are somewhere on our footage where the full screen is not shown. Now, if I want my YouTube subscription to be shown here, all I can do is go to my library, select this and bring it down. So now if I play it, you'll see that at this moment, the subscription button comes in and everything is working beautifully. Now, instead, if you just wanted your button and the animation to show, you could have used this. So I'll just bring it down for now. And if I play it as it is, you'll see the normal animation play. However, most of the softwares where you are editing will give you some visual effects. For example, in Camtasia, I have the visual effects where I can remove a color. So this gives me an option of removing the color. So what I'll do is simply grab onto this remove color and place it on my footage. Now this selects a default color. Now if I get this color, I could have changed it, but for now I'm not going to get the exact color. All we can do is increase this tolerance a little bit and you'll see things happening. So if I increase it a little bit more, you'll see the green part go away. Now if I play it, you can see only the animation play. And this is a wonderful thing to have. So you can utilize the both full screen view as well as only this part of it. So I can drag it anywhere and it will work just as well. So there you have it, a simple animation which you would have to pay a few bucks to buy. You could have simply created it on PowerPoint. I really hope that you liked this video, and if you did, do hit that like button. Also, if you're not subscribed, do not forget to subscribe. I keep sharing content like this all the time. Also, if you have any questions, any suggestions, or you want me to create something else for you, do leave me a comment. I love getting comments from you guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.